Dr. Jane Goodall, welcome. Thank you so much for being on the Tonight Show at Home edition. Is that who I think it is? Is that Mr. H?
This is the famous Mr. H. I think he's even more famous than me, and I've had him for 25 years, and he's been to 65 countries, and he symbolizes the indomitable human spirit because he was given to me by a guy who went blind at 21 and has actually taught himself to paint. He's an extraordinary man, so Mr. H symbolizes that indomitable spirit.
I love Mr. H. He was on our show last time you and I talked, so I was wondering, I was going to bring him up anyway, so I'm happy you brought him on. Hi, Mr. H. I've heard that you're busier than ever. I mean, I keep seeing you pop up. You're online and you're posting and you're doing video chats, and I think it's amazing what you're doing.
I'm actually more busy than on a tour. I mean, way more, because I'm trying to send video messages to, you know, to encourage all the people on the ground working in Africa. We're very concerned about that. I'm sending messages to the 24 other Jane Goodall Institutes, trying to, you know, just give them reason for hope.
Oh, absolutely. You're lifting spirits every time we see you. I saw one episode of Storytime with Dr. Jane. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I thought, you know, all these children who can't go to school and parents who are kind of worried about how they can cope with them and do their other office work from home. And so I've been reading stories about the chimpanzee family, elephant family, so on,
Yeah.
for little children. But now I've begun doing other messages. And also I've begun reading In the Shadow of Man, the first chimpanzee book I wrote back in 1972, I think it was.
Oh my gosh, 1972. Well, do you remember like what your mom said when you said, I'm going to go to Africa and work with chimpanzees and write about it?
Well, actually, I was 10 years old and I read Dr. Dolittle and Tarzan. And we didn't really know anything about chimpanzees back then. I just dreamed of going to Africa, living with wild animals and writing books about them. So everybody laughed at me. How would I do it? We didn't have money. World War II was raging. I was just a girl. Girls didn't do that sort of thing. But Mom said, if you really want to do something like this, you're going to have to work extraordinarily hard, learn everything you can about what you want to do, take advantage of every opportunity. But if you still continue wanting to do it and you don't give up, then you'll probably find a way. And I did. I got there.
Last time you were on the show, I told you I have two little girls now. They're 6 and 5, and obviously I'm a fan. I wanted them to know who you are, and so we had a painting of you put up in my living room, and I told them all about stuff we've done together and what you've done with even Roots and Shoots, which I know continues to thrive. And actually, you have a weekly schedule for kids on Roots and Shoots, things that kids can do, and like parents are looking for that.
Yeah, and you know, they can read books online. If they're older, they can look at documentaries. It's a wonderful chance to actually learn about things that they want to learn about, not a school curriculum, although many children are doing, you know, classes online. So you want to do everything. And it's
they do.
Be with children. And please, parents, just support your child the way Mom did me. Don't try and push your child to do something you want them to do, but that isn't their thing, because that's what's happening all the time. It's sad. And maybe this time when everybody's, you know, locked down or whatever we call it, it's a time for reflection and thinking about the part we want to play in the future of our planet.
There's one, I mean, I've read many things about you, but also seen great documentaries. There's one coming up, that National Geographic is premiered today, which is Earth Day, by the way. Happy Earth Day. It's the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. It kind of feels odd that we're indoors, but I'm about to go outside my backyard and thank the earth. But the Jane Goodall Institute is stronger than ever now. What are you focusing on in the midst of all this right now?
Well, first of all, on getting the message out. And one really important message is that this pandemic was predicted, and people have not heeded the lessons we should have learned from previous epidemics and pandemics. And that is because we have disrespect of the natural world, disrespect of the animals who live there, taken away so much habitat, crowded animals together, viruses spilling over from one animal species to another, some animals pushed into conflict with humans, human beings hunting them, eating them, trafficking them, sending them from one country to another, along with their viruses, and selling them in these wildlife markets as food or pets. And because the animals are stressed, because there's blood and everything everywhere, it's a perfect environment for a virus to spill over from an animal to a human. And people have been predicting this. It's not only wild animals, it's also the way we treat domestic animals in our intensive farms. That has created epidemics in the past and will again in the future.
Wow. I had my daughter write this. This says janegoodall.org. It's not the best, logo, but thank you. Oh, I'll tell her that. And in honor of you and Earth Day, I'm going to reuse this paper all week long until there's no space left to write things on, just to recycle and make sure that we're using everything to its full capacity.
And please tell everybody all week long that the world's only going to come right when every day is an Earth Day, because we're part of the natural world. We depend on it.
I'm so happy that you took the time to talk to me, and there's so many people out there that just love you so much. So this really means a lot to me and to the world. So especially on Earth Day, Dr. Jane Goodall, you are the greatest. I love you, and I cannot wait to see you in person. And Mr. H, please bring him along with you.
I will bring him. Then we can have a proper hug. Right now we can have a virtual hug, right?
I'll take it.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.